good afternoon and good evening to everybody who's watching. It's another week on the Mr. Phil Show. And I'd like to let you know this one is being filmed a couple of days before Easter. So for all of our friends who just finished celebrating Passover, I'd like to say a nice happy Passover to you. I didn't know how to say it in Jewish, and you know what? It's totally skipped my mind. Cracks fill up whenever I say it that way, but when I do actually say Jewish words, it makes me laugh like crazy. But we've got nice weather finally, and I hope everybody's enjoying it. And we've got a fun show to talk about today because we had our telethon over the weekend. So that was a pretty good success. So I'd like to help fill you guys in with that. And with that, let me introduce to you my best friend and yours, Mr. Phil. How are you today?
Okay. Good Friday, everybody. Happy Easter. A good Passover. Hatzameah, good Yontav, and Shabbat Shalom.
There we go. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I just, and I know you were sitting there probably in the back giggling when I couldn't come up with that.
Yes.
He thinks it's funny.
Because besides it being, the middle days of Passover, it's also, Shabbat, known as our Sabbath. So
That's right.
it's a double header for us.
Right. And that's where Easter came from, was Passover.
Yes.
So, without Jesus being Jewish and going through Passover, there would have never been such a thing.
Right. I wonder if he went through that long meal that we went through.
Well, I don't know if his was as long as yours was, because don't forget, he was on the run at the time, so they probably did a shortened version. But I know that they did, what they had to do, and he said to his disciples what he had to say. So.
Yeah, like before you start eating, you read from a book called the Haggadah, which is about the Exodus from Egypt.
Yes.
And that takes a few hours before you even eat.
Yeah.
And you have 4 cups of wine.
Well, by then, you don't really care what you're saying, do you?
Yeah. Then you're doing all kinds of dipping in the salt water of different things. Then eating the matzah.
I know that each food represents a different portion of life. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the right,
So
right
you go
way to
through
say
all
it?
that before the Seder, actually stuff before the meal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a big festive meal with everything to it.
Yes.
And the last thing you eat is a small piece of matzah that's known as Yafa Kamen.
Yes.
That is the conclusion of, after that you're not supposed to eat anything else.
Right. And then
You
you
have
have
everything before, all your food, all your desserts and stuff like that, and you could take as much time as you want with the meal.
Sure.
But that's only half the book.
Well, the matzah, of course, representing the unleavened bread that they had to throw together real quick, throw in their bags when they were taken off.
Yes.
And fleeing Jerusalem. So a little bit of history for you guys. And, the fact that your hosts are both a Christian and a Jew, I like to let people know the connection.
Yes.
And I think it's really good, and it's good for us to understand the connection.
Yes.
And it helps the world understand the connection to each other.
Right. Because even after the meal, there's a lot of things that you do.
There's a lot of things
like,
that go on.
After the meal, the first thing we do is what we do after every meal. That's thank God for the meal. We call Birkat Hamazon. That's the blessing after the meal.
Right.
And motzi is what we do before the meal when we
To
say,
bless the meal.
yes, over bread. We do it over challah, or this time of year over matzah,
Right.
and
Right.
so you have to do that. And then there's a hand washing ritual that you do.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a lot to it.
I've been to one or two.
Wow.
And I know my church, we used to do on Good Friday, we used to actually do our small representation of a Passover dinner.
Right.
With the small Seder and the whole thing.
And with the calendar, it's funny that, like Christmas falls December 25th.
Right.
Easter could fall
Oh.
either in March or it's like our holidays, depending on the year. And there are times, many times, where Good Friday is the first night of Passover. That's happened quite a few times.
That's true. And in the Christian Bible, that really would be our equivalent to Passover.
Right, because
First night.
the first 2 days are holy days. So that
Mhm.
makes Sunday, Easter Sunday, a holy day
There
for
we go.
everybody.
That's right. That's right. So
And then we have the days in between up until Sunday night, the intermediate days of Passover.
Right.
Where you don't have the holiday rules, but you still have the eating rules.
okay.
Where you could work, you could do everything normal, but you still have the eating rules. And then you go back into the holiday, what we call the Yom Tov,
Yep.
for Sunday night, Monday, until Tuesday when it ends, when it gets dark. And so we have services Monday and Tuesday morning.
Right.
Again, and then Tuesday, there's a conclusion at the and during the service on Tuesday, that's when they do the Yiska, the memorial prayers.
Right. And
They
that would
do-
be to remember anyone who's passed.
Yes, anyone who's passed.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I guess there's portions of the book that gives mother, father, friend, and for the past
Right.
year and a half,
Mhm.
I've added in your father.
I know you have, and it's been such a sweet thing. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
I really do.
right. So I put that in as our family. It was so funny. Don't we
Of
have a
course.
part of the service where when somebody is sick or like that, you
Right.
mention their name? You're actually a part of us already. Your name has been
I
mentioned
know, they know
so
me
much.
better in
They
their
know who you are, and
congregation.
they're praying over you.
Yeah, I could probably walk through there. They wouldn't know who I am, but you mention my name, they'll know who I am.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. I mean,
Although no, they do know me by face.
Yeah, they know the rabbi
They do,
is-
yeah.
the rabbi and his wife, they know
Yes,
you.
and they are fans of our show, so I know that they watch it.
Yes,
So
they-
hello, Rabbi, and what do we call
Rachel.
his wife? Rachel.
Yeah.
And she's also studying to be a rabbi, which is our two rabbi family. I don't know how's that gonna work.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, he's a cool guy.
he is
Different than what we had before.
right.
The funniest thing, the weekend that he started with us, back in July of 2015.
Yes.
So he did his first Sabbath with us, and then Sunday was the picnic, the Temple Sinai picnic over at
Right.
Ed and Josephine's house.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting in the pool with a can of beer, talking about baseball.
Not exactly somebody's vision of what they expect the rabbi to be doing.
Oh yeah, he's doing that.
But keep in
Much
mind, this is
different.
not it's is different, much different than the Hasidic Jews.
Yeah,
It's
our
a whole
old
lot
rabbi
of
was very
different-
strict.
Yeah.
The last Sabbath he was here, it was his last major service. The last day, he announces this place will never be the same again.
Well, he was right, but he just didn't know in what capacity. Now, did he?
He was here for 33 years,
That's a long time.
and he was
That's a
very,
long time.
very strict about everything. And he retired.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed he used to follow whatever I did.
Wow.
Yeah. Him and I, one time, we used to drive the same color and style cars.
Oh my. Nothing like
We're
putting any
born the s-
pressure on you.
We're the same age, born the same year. The wives are born the same year. We're married the
Boy.
same year. Everything.
Wow. Okay. No pressure there, but okay.
So the last day, he says that this place will never be the same again.
He
And he-
forgot he was leaving you there.
And he was right.
Yes. Yes. I think he was. And I mean, there's a difference in having somebody that's there for 33 years. They've obviously grown. They've grown older, and people know what to expect and exactly what to expect and think of him.
Right.
With this younger rabbi now, who is considerably younger.
40 years, like.
Right. People don't know what to expect yet. He's still new. He's still going to be working the things out with people.
Yeah,
And we
he-
wish him a lot of luck with that.
Oh yeah, he's wonderful. Rabbi Marcus Rubenstein, he's wonderful.
Yes.
And just, everything, the way he does it, we're gaining members since he came in
That's
there.
great.
we're
That's
gaining. I
always
mean,
good.
he knows how to keep people interested and all that, and he knows how to hustle. Like for instance, even on Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, the old rabbi took everything just the religious way and went by the book on everything. Like you're not
Right.
supposed to socialize or anything. And he used to say on the night service, we stop for the night and we'll continue in the morning, but please don't socialize with each other. Just be very quiet. You're supposed to be thinking about the holiday.
Right.
And you'll have to
Introspect.
excuse me because I don't talk to anybody tonight. When it's over, I'll greet you all tomorrow.
Certainly.
This guy, when we got done, he was off that platform, so going back to talk to the people that don't normally come, saying, hey,
Welcome.
you ought to try this. Today is a tough day, but you ought to see what we normally do.
Right.
And he's out there, selling it, trying to get more people in.
Well, I mean, we're not a religious show, but there is one thing that I would like to mention that we found out yesterday. I was with my friend Peter, who used to be one of your producers.
Yes.
And we found out that one of your old producers, Win
Michaels, yeah.
has passed. I guess I don't know exactly what he had. Do you know what he had? Was he
I know he's been sick. He was sick for a
cancer
long
or
time.
something like that?
I mean, he was so sick, and he was coming in here when Pete was here doing
That's
cameras.
what Pete said. He was,
He couldn't even
should
walk.
have
He
not
had to
even
be
been here,
packed
but
in but he was so dedicated. He was coming and doing it.
that's that's a lot. And when where you are now, you're home, and we hope that you're happy. You can't be anything else but happy. So go up there and meet all your friends and your family and have a good time with them.
Right.
In the meantime, down here, we're making so much family.
Yes.
We really are. And tonight we have a new young man to introduce to our family. His name is Clayton Thompson.
Yes.
Comes to us from our old friend Gene Falcarelli,
Right.
who gives us a lot of talent. Thank you, Gene. And he's never wrong.
Right.
I don't think he's steered us wrong yet.
No.
He knows I'd punch him in the face if
I
he
just want
did.
to say
but,
one more thing about when he was a karaoke DJ. He would have loved you, Mary, because
Wow.
and he would have given he gave you a choice. He played guitar, keyboard, and karaoke. He had it all
Okay.
together. So when you got up to sing, he says, "Which way do you want to sing? What do you want me to use?" So when I was with him, I used to use live music all the time.
Absolutely.
And he once taught me how to do a concert. Me and Carmine were the only people in the Green Villa, and he had me up there for an hour singing to teach me
Wow.
how it's done.
That's a lot.
we
That's a lot.
it's a big loss to us.
Yeah, that's a lot. And just before we bring Clay out, I do want to let you know, I don't think I've told you, that my husband Ken and I have been booked for April 26th, which is a Wednesday, at Chillin' Bar, which is a wine bar in Beacon on East Main Street. And we're going to be playing our very first set that's not an open mic.
Wow.
And maybe, hopefully, it'll work into something that's going to be every month.
Wow.
So I thought I'd
Congratulations.
introduce you.
Oh my
Introduce you.
God.
I thought I would tell you that tonight on the air
Wow.
and surprise you.
Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. From in
Yeah.
such a short time, just from karaoke to this show to everything else.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever moved as fast as you have.
I've got wings. And it's not from Red Bull. Clay, you want to come on over and say hi to us? I know we've done so much talking. We've had so much stuff to catch up on with the holidays and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully you've got some nice plans for the holidays.
Yeah,
You
well,
know, do you celebrate Easter?
to be honest, I'm not exactly a religious person, but I am very respectful of all different types of religion.
That's all we can ask for out of people.
Mhm.
Yes. I mean, I always tell people too, I'm not necessarily a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference. But, you know, so we'd like to, give you a happy Easter. And
Yeah, thank you.
happy
I definitely,
spring.
yeah.
Happy
spring for
there
once.
you go.
Time.
That
Yep.
is the big thing. Now, I know my husband and I, we like to go and sit on our porch
Mm-hmm.
and play and sing and like just out in
Oh,
the
yeah.
open. Do you ever have you ever done that? Just
Oh yeah,
going out on the
that's
front porch
something
and
I
just
when I
kinda-
when I was a kid, I used to just kind of like hang around, just waiting for spring, and then like I used to just play outside and play at our
Sure.
park all the time and all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's nice because then you get to
Yeah.
see who's listening. Did they
Yeah.
like what I'm doing?
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah. And then after, in my teen years, a lot of times, like I would just play with my friend who's sitting in the audience today, Micah. Shout out there.
Yeah.
We'd play in like at our park here, so at Stanley Deming in Warwick. So
All right.
yeah,
Great.
that kind of stuff.
Did you get people that would like stop for a few minutes and actually listen, or were
Some
they
people were just
mostly
on their
walking
days, but
by, just
Yeah.
kind of? But
Yeah.
they heard you.
Yeah,
so
we know they paid attention. There was no way they could not have.
see.
Set up there.
All right. Well, that's good because that means you had the right idea going. So
Yep.
that's terrific. And you've been writing your own songs.
Yes, I've been writing my own songs since I've been 14 years old. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's something that I just
Mhm.
haven't gotten down. I end up with Dr. Seuss poetry.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't necessarily fit the music that my husband writes, so
Mhm.
eventually he'll come up with someone who'll help him.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Maybe we'll make some kind of Dr. Seussical kind of music to go with my.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well.
But
Mhm.
and Phil's been doing this, of course, a whole lot more years than I have been.
Mhm.
We just had his 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Or was it the 20th? 25th anniversary.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. Funny you should mention it. April 11th was actually the first time that I got up and sang publicly in Temple
so that
Sinai.
was your
At
first.
Temple Sinai, they were holding a 50s, 60s dance
Okay.
and a karaoke night for for the congregation, for
Right.
people in the choir.
Mhm.
Right.
So, my wife pushed me to get up and
Good
do
for
a
you,
song.
Sandy.
Mm.
Yeah, she pushed me to get up and do
Yeah.
a song.
Well, you know what? If you can go to all these karaoke's with me and do songs, and there is no reason you can't get up for all these other people and do it.
Right. So I got up and I did it, and what was funny is the first time I did a song, which was by the Brothers Four Greenfields,
Mhm.
I was wondering why everybody was taking pictures of me.
Oh, that'll make
They
you a
were
little
taking
self-conscious.
pictures of me, and they were saying, "I don't believe this. I don't believe this."
Mm.
Then I got up and did 2 more songs that night,
Right.
and they said, "You're pretty good. You
Mhm.
want to consider this." And then 3 months later, July 11th,
Right.
is when it officially started, when I saw a karaoke night advertised in the Times Herald Record in Goshen at the Orange Inn, and I said, "Is that what I
Right.
did back then? Let me go and check it out." And
Try
sure
it
enough,
out.
it was the same thing, and boom.
Yeah. Have you
Mhm.
ever done karaoke at all? Or you always-
Yeah, I have done karaoke before. I
It'd be
actually had
a lot
a
of fun.
yeah. I got my beginnings in playing, kind of a similar sort of way. I had a friend who just sort of coaxed me to play. He's like, "Oh, you play in front of me, so like, you should just
Right.
do it in front of all these other people at Tuscan Cafe where I live."
Okay.
And I was real scared of doing it, but I performed and
You hold it
I
down.
made it, and it was the same thing. I performed one song. I thought, oh God, that was so bad. And I was like, that song was Disarm by Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay.
Yeah, 90s song.
For
But
them, it
yeah.
was a contemporary.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's I performed and I did much better than I thought, and then it was like, same thing. I got like 2 more songs, and it was like each preceding song went better, and then I kept going like subsequent weeks.
Truthfully,
Yeah.
I've been told
Yes.
karaoke is harder to do
Mhm.
than live
Than
music
actual live
because
music,
you're
yeah.
actually replacing the artist.
Right.
Yeah.
You're putting your
Yes.
voice into where the music was geared to him.
Mhm.
It would be like whatever you're going to do for us later tonight,
Mhm.
Yeah.
putting somebody else in to do that.
Right.
That's
yes.
exactly what it is. So it's harder to do the karaoke because when I did my first live music at the same place I did karaoke with this band, the owner comes up to me and he says, "You sound much better doing this live music, the same songs,
Yeah.
But it is,
than with
yeah.
karaoke."
Mm-hmm.
You know, the problem with karaoke is that people expect you to go up there and sound like the artist.
Yeah, that's like a big thing. I actually over the last summer I did a karaoke version of Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin, you know.
Okay.
And that one went, pretty well. I sort of was, had that same kind of pressure. I got to really sound like Bobby Darin to do this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
you don't. You
Yeah.
can just take ownership of the song
Mm-hmm.
and put it in a way that it's going to show who
Yeah.
you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
And
do. Make it, like I always say, make it your own.
He does it all the time. I
Mhm.
do it all the time.
Because
People
the
know
first
when
time I
get up.
sang for Mary on the first night, I did Open Arms by Journey.
Mm-hmm.
She asked me afterwards, "What was that?"
It was
Yeah.
so different. Like that's not the way the song goes. And then it hits me. Yeah, this is karaoke. I guess. Yeah, you're really supposed to make it sound like
Yeah,
something
pretty
else.
much.
So that's
Something
one of
to
the
think
beauties of
about.
doing music on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You come out here and we're giving people the chance to do their
Mhm.
own songs that they've written.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make a mistake, you miss a line, or do you do anything like that? You know
Mm-hmm.
what
Nobody
people
will knows the
don't
difference.
Yeah,
notice.
I'm used to that. I've learned how to like kind of not because I used to be kind of a more or less of a perfectionist when I go out there.
My husband does that.
You know.
I think it's all about learning how to not make faces when you
Yeah,
make a
I was
mistake.
Yeah.
as long as I don't like damn or something
Right.
like
Yep.
Because
Yep.
I have a habit of giggling. I'll start to say, "Oh God, okay," and then I start,
Yeah.
and I'll start back again.
Mhm.
But it's gotta. You really gotta learn
Yeah.
to work those kinks out, which I still haven't. And
Oh
I
yeah.
know, maybe
Right.
sometimes that's an endearing thing too.
You know,
Mhm.
the thing is this. We had, before Mary, a co-host for 7 years who was an opera singer
Right.
and musical theater performer who was a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 years she was here when we did karaoke, every week she found something wrong with every singer.
Mm-hmm.
The minute we went to original singers for the next 5 years, very good, very good, very good. One
Mhm.
time she said about a young guy, he wasn't quite ready for this, but he passed through. Okay.
Oh.
Never heard another word from her after that.
Ah.
Right? Yeah, sure. She didn't know the songs ahead of time.
Mhm.
They're being presented to you as a fresh new thing, and you may find out that you may make a mistake in the middle of the song
Yeah.
and go, "Hey, wait a minute, that worked out
Yeah.
really good. I think I'm going to try to redo that."
And
And, I mean,
that's definitely happened before. I a lot of learning is making mistakes too. So that's
Yes.
another thing. So.
Yes. And I
Mhm.
always say, though, making mistakes, that's not making mistakes. They're always learning experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you take that outlook that I didn't make a mistake, I just learned another way to do it.
Yep. You just gotta own it. Like.
That's right. And hey, this is what I did.
Yep.
This is how I think. I think I like it better this way, and this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know until you try.
Like
Yep.
When I do when I do Open Arms now, the first half of the song, I'll do it by the book now.
Mhm.
So I
Yep.
recognize
Second
it.
half
Yep.
is where I'll change it. So at least people have an idea.
Yeah, you gotta give them something to grab
So
onto.
I'll
So.
start off,
Right.
but then I'll play around with it afterwards in the second part.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's fun. Now, about how many songs have you written in total? I
In
mean, not
total,
just for
yeah.
tonight. I mean, but how
Yeah.
many things you think you've done in total?
Well, I probably have made at least 20 songs or more or
Wow.
something like that.
Wow.
I've recorded, I believe, about 12 and that are on SoundCloud. But like, it's kind of similar to like Prince's vault or something. I have a little
Okay.
vault of my own of
But
songs
it's
that
always good to have that.
of songs that I might like pull out and put up.
All right. Have you done
tweak
any
them.
albums, or has anybody approached you about doing an album or anything?
I've just been basically recording myself. I use a program called Logic Pro X to do that. It just makes it very easy. You know, there's like a MIDI drummer that like it's very, very realistic. You know, it oftentimes is better than like drummers. You know.
Yeah, you know what? We've used that, and I know that.
I mean,
you know what
yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah, it's really nice because it sounds like you got a band behind you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I
tune it
kind of.
just the right way.
Yep. And you know, for all the songs, I basically, you know, other than the drums, I do the bass and the guitar, and voice, and
Right.
That's
So
basically
you
what I
layer it
do.
up yourself.
Yep.
Yep. That's
Okay, so I'm gonna get up and do my song,
Yep.
and then
Phil's got a song
Cool.
he'd like to do because he does one every week. We always start with
Okay,
his
now-
song.
we're gonna go off the norm tonight. I'm going to do a very special song tonight in memory of Win Michaels, who passed away, and also because of this holiday period that
Yes. In remembrance.
in remembrance of that everybody is part of. It's called Angels Among Us. Just listen to the song,
The words, they're important.
okay? And just
Yes,
think about what it's about.
absolutely. And then when he's done, we'll have you set up. And actually, if you,
Sounds
he's
great.
going to go over there. I was going to say, if he wasn't going to go over there, then you could go and set up while he was doing his thing.
No, I
But-
left my stuff basically right
no,
there.
that's all right.
So
That's
it's
what
good.
we'd like you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can get started with Phil's music. Thank you.
I was walking home from school on a cold winter day. Took a shortcut through the woods, found I almost lost my way. It was getting kind of late, I was scared and alone. But then a kind old man from nowhere took my hand and led me home. Mama didn't see him, oh, but he was there. And I knew in my heart it was the answer to my prayer. Oh, I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you and me in our darkest hour to show us how to live and teach us how to give and guide us with a light of love. When I had troubled times, life had me down on my knees. There's always been that someone who'd come along and comfort me. A kind word from a stranger who could lend a helping hand, or a phone call from a friend just to say I understand. Now ain't kind of funny how at the dark end of your road it seems like someone lights your way with just a single ray of hope. Oh, I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you and me in our darkest hour to show us how to live and teach us how to give and guide us with a light of love. They wear so many faces, show up in the strangest places to grace us with their mercies in our times of need. Oh, down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you and me in our darkest hour to show us how to live and teach us how to give and guide us with a light of love. They guide us with their light of love. Thank you.
There we go. But you know what? I have confidence you're going to just knock it out of the park. So.
You know,
That
that
was
song,
great.
thanks. That song is actually dedicated to you and me.
I know it's
All the words of it.
I know. And
Sent from up above.
we were actually Clayton and I were talking. He definitely sings that like he means it. So yes, very sensitive. And you've been working on it the past couple of weeks at karaoke. So
Yes.
all right, here we have Clayton Thompson.
First off, I really want to thank Mr. Phil, and I'm very sorry, I forgot your name. Mary. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity to play. I'm really grateful. This first song I'm going to play is a song I wrote, I think 2 years ago. It's called My Mind's Flying. Well, I guess you're mine to lose, baby. Like a beauty and shoes. Well, it's time to choose, baby. So what you gonna do? My heart is on the move, baby. Do without you. Something that you do makes me want you. My mind's flying, ooh. She said, ooh, keep on laying, ooh, in my bed, ooh, turn me on, ooh, tell me all about it, ooh, all night, baby, oh, need to abuse myself sometimes for what you put me through. Need to hate myself sometimes for what I do to you. My heart is on the move, baby, with or without you. Something that you do makes you. This next song I wrote is a song I wrote this song this last summer. I suppose I was not in the best mood when I felt it, but it's called Unknown and Alone. I'm pained to see your friends and enemy. You never said a thing, and now it's hard. You're always in my head. What's in my heart is what I should have said. The thought of love is better than enough, it's all I ever do. Your heroin seeping through my veins. Never being alone. Prefer being known. Never being alone. Erase the glass, the one I never had. I never knew, and now it makes me sad. And now it's hard, you're always in my head. What's in my heart is what I should have said. The sheets, and now it covers me. You're in my bed, and life is your heroin seeping through my veins. So picturesque, denying the stain. Never being alone. Prefer being known. Never being alone. Yeah. Never being alone. Thank you. This next song I wrote a couple years back about a girl that I really liked a lot and was too afraid to profess my interest in her purely because, you know, she was older than I was. So it's an old song. It's called Let Her Go. you cannot undo. Screw up, always cannot persuade. Still I condone all your pheromones. I was so shy, afraid to try. I just let you go. I just let you go. Thank you. So this is a new song that I wrote. It's also a little more on the sad side. It's also called "I Hurt the Ones I Love," but every time I run away from you, you're always by my side. Never gonna give up, are you? Destined to be mine. Going all around looking for love. You're from heaven above. Ooh, yeah. Wanna be a good man, but I hurt the ones I love. Mom and Dad, I apologize. Look what I've become. Everybody's always there for me. I don't deserve your love. When I'm gone, you're alone as one. Don't deserve your love. Broken hearts to my name. All of your love is gone in vain. time I run away from you. I hurt the ones I love when I keep on taking what you give. I hurt the ones I love. Baby, you better leave me before I take your heart away. I don't deserve your love. Ooh, yeah. Thank you. All right. This next song is, a little more upbeat. This is a song I wrote. One song left? Okay. This one is called Get Out. I'm really sorry I'm out of tune. One more time, one more, like getting true to you as I would believe. One comes, two comes, three, I'm giving up to you as I would believe. Inside out, upside down, giving up to you as I would believe. Black and blue suits too, I'm giving up to you as I would ask my thoughts, ask your thoughts. What are we to do when I love you? What is it we went for, spent for? 'Cause I do when I love you. Drinking up a storm, 'cause all I ever do is misconstrue us together. Never all I ever do is misconstrue. More time, one more, like getting true to you as I would believe. One comes, two comes, three, I'm giving up to you as I would believe. Inside out, upside down, giving up to you as I would believe. Black and blue suits too, I'm giving up to you as I would Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Phil. Thank you. I can get this stuff out of here. Yep. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I used to just say like, I call this song "Get Out," but please don't go until you know.
Three TV, Post Office Box 321, Port Jervis, New York 12771. So we still would appreciate more donations.
Always,
Thank you.
always, always.
And
So-
we will see you next week at the same time on all our stations. And we just want to say good night to everybody. And in New York, have a nice day because we're on during the day. And
Yes.
everybody have a great holiday. And you can take it out.
And I hope everybody's enjoyed Clay. We've been enjoying him, so now it's your turn.
Okay.
Thank you for playing.
So like I played the last song.
You'll play the last song
Okay.
out, and you'll see the screen will turn black, and then you can start.
This song is called Realism. Gotta be the truth. Hey, I'm so idealistic, never realistic. Don't you ever diss this, borderline sadistic. But I am not fanatic, just a bit erratic. Given these circumstances, this is problematic. Never really participated, 'cause I thought it was overrated. Now I go around instigating. If I don't win, I'll rage. Single-minded solution.